Hey, welcome back to the Slay the Spire 2 at home video series where we do a homemade implementation of Slay the Spire 2, like one tiny step at a time, well, just for fun, right? So now what we need to do is we want to replace the old Slay the Spire events with, kind of the new ones, right? The Slay the Spire 2 ones. So we're not always seeing the upgrade shrine, the world of goop, scrap ooze, that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's get started on that. Okay, so basically, the event room, it looks a bit different from the original Slay the Spire. Like, the stuff kind of got moved, the overall aesthetic changed a bit, but yeah, you'll see what I mean. I'll just go through it one step at a time. So, and then to start with, I guess the Jungle Maze Adventure event that we'll be doing today, that's very similar to the World of Goop event from the original Slay the Spire, so we'll use that as a base, right? And then just, kind of copy from there. So, yeah, let's copy that file, right? The world of goop. Well, no, we don't have to copy the. I guess we can create a new scene and just copy the elements of the scene. Yeah, just do it that way. So world of goop we have as event room. We're just reusing the same class that we made like before we started, making these videos. So yeah, let's do that. So I guess we can make a new folder under here. This will be like Act 1 overgrowth, right? And then we'll say this is a new scene. This is an event room, right? And we'll call this Jungle Maze Adventure. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we have this scene here, and then right now it's just blank, right? So first of all, I guess we'll just make a black background, I guess, just like a black rectangle, just to serve as a background, right? That's kind of basically how it is in Slay the Spire 2, although there's also fancy art which we're not going to worry about, right? Okay, so if we could go here, we'll just make it like a full screen thing, right? Can you do anchors for this, or do you just have to? Maybe we just have to do it this way. Okay, so we'll just have it like that, right? And then to make sure it doesn't interfere with mouse input, right? Let's change that, right there. Okay, so we have that, right? And then, so one thing from the original Slay Spire, I think the stuff did get moved a little. The buttons look a bit different, so we'll take care of that also. So just we have a few button graphics which I've kind of hastily made just do poorly my poor image editing skills, right? So this will be the hover, this will be the press, this will be normal, but yeah, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so I guess to roughly put and the title is always at the same place, right? So we'll kind of copy that in first, I guess, and then just move things around later, right? So and roughly, I guess, let's say on this resolution, we'll just put that as 930, right? And then the size of the buttons, I guess we'll say is 800. And so I'm doing like 1920 by 1020, resolution here, right? So this is just like the target resolution, but yeah. And then, okay, so we need this to be kind of like a little bit below the relic bar, right? And then, kind of double the height of that. So let's put that at, let's say, what's 64 times 3, I guess. 192. Okay, yeah, something like that. And so let's put a title, a label also, right? Just so this will be a rich text label. So this will just hold the title of the event, like just so it puts that there. So this will be title label, right? And then we can have it be BB code enabled. Maybe we want to create a font resource for this too, just for the theme, right? Do we want to copy that somewhere or just make a new one? I guess we can just make a new theme. Okay, so let's just say theme. Maybe I should save this file somewhere also. Okay, so let's just put this in the res scenes event room. Slay Spire 2, and this will be like the title. Whoops. STS2 title label. Event room title label theme, I guess, right? Something like that. Okay, so let's put that there. And then, so we'll just say, so we're worried about the bold font being correct, right? So, oh yeah, so we need to actually say this is for rich text label. Of course, we have to do that. Okay, so the bold font will be the crayon font, I guess. Like that's what they used in the original Slay the Spire. Maybe that's also what they used in Slay the Spire 2. Kind of looks okay to me, right? So we'll do that. And what should the size be? We just call it like 32 or something. I don't know. And then, oh, this, wait, why is this? Oh, okay. So yeah, we still need to type in the text, right? So this will just be bold. Wait, is it? What's the BB code? It's just like B, right? And then the color is like roughly gold, I guess. Okay, and then we can't see this for some reason. Why is that? What's going on here? Why can we not see this? Oh, it's because the height is not. Is that? Huh. Well, you would think the text would automatically expand the height, right? That's weird. Oh, the color of the font is not. Yeah, it needs to be. No, that shouldn't matter, right? Because we set the color with the BB code. What's going on here? Did we save the? Yeah. What is going on? Is it really just that we need to set a minimum height? Did we have to do that? Well, no, we didn't have the title label before, right? So, well, let's just try doing that. So we'll just say, I don't know, what's the height? Oops. Okay, so something like that. Yeah, okay, maybe we just needed the height. Okay, so let's center this, make the alignment center, right? Center, vertical alignment, center, right? The font probably needs to be bigger than that, right? So 60. How does it look in, yeah, something like that. Okay, so we probably do need to make the height of this higher. Yeah, I'm surprised that maybe it's only at runtime where it automatically adjusts the height. I don't know. Maybe at design time it doesn't do that. So let's say this. No, is that enough? Okay, yeah, that's probably good enough. Oh wait, it's got a scroll bar. We probably don't want that, right? Should we take away the scroll bar? Get rid of that, right? Hold on. Okay, so this is showing with the scroll bar. I mean, maybe we just need to make the height bigger. Is that? Doesn't. Well, okay, let's just. Okay, something like that, right? Well, good enough. We don't care that much. Okay, so let's. So we need to change the. Okay, so we need a new class for this, right? This isn't. We don't want the buttons to look like this. So we'll change our event option button. You know, kind of make a different thing, right? They call it Slay the Spire 2 event button or something like that. So yeah, let's make something new. So make a new scene. And this will be a extend from texture button. This can be a Slay the Spire 2 event button, right? Or do we want to put room in it or just event button? Yeah, just event button's fine, I guess, for the name. We'll just do that, right? And then we'll make a script for that, and then we'll just copy just kind of the stuff from the old event option button, right? So yeah, we'll have to change the specifics of it, right? But and then okay, so this will have the textures be different, right? So so I already copied those things to the to our project folder right beforehand just to save time. So it'll be something like this, right? And then the hovered will be that. The pressed will be this, right? Disabled, maybe I need to come up with that later, but for now, let's just use the normal since we don't have any way to disable that button yet. Okay, so the focused one, I mean, is that, I guess we'll just use the hovered one. And okay, yeah, like that. And then the text, I guess, we'll need to account for the fact that, you know, it can go multiple lines now in Slay the Spire 2, right? It's different from the original Slay the Spire where, you know, you could only have one line, one line. So let's change that. So this will be like, oh, do we need to have, no, I think one label. Yeah, one label's fine. Okay, so this will be bold, right? Color equals gold, be quest. Something like that. And then bottom line, this is just for design time. At runtime, obviously, I'll change this. All right, gain 160 equals cornflower blue 61 gold. Well, gold should be in gold, right? Yeah. Where equals gold. Lose 18 HP. Okay. Something like that. Okay, so that, yeah, let's see how that looks. Okay, so we need to change the font, right? So let's make this a separate theme from the original Slay the Spire event thing that we had going on. So, okay, so we need to duplicate this resource. It says to event button, something like that, right? Then we'll move that into this folder here. Okay, so then here for this button, for the theme, we need to, yeah, use this, right? No, not this, this. Yeah, so not this, we'll replace it with this, right? And then, I mean, of course, this needs to change too, right? The margin. So, let's say this is like more like 35, right? Is that, let's zoom in. So this is, I mean, we can give it a little space there, right? Yeah, that should be fine. And then the size of this needs to, you know, not be so big also, right? Because it needs to be 800 minus the margin, which is 730, right? So let's go here, like this, right? So the size will have to be bigger, right? How big is this? So we have it at 91. But for the other button textures, we have a little small. Let's say 86 then. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Uh-oh. So this doesn't look right, does it? So we need to change the bold font size, right? Yeah. So right now we have, okay, so that's the problem there. Because, yeah, we didn't have that in the original Slay the Spire implementation that we did before we started making these, you know, silly YouTube videos. Okay, so this will be, yeah, the text label. Just like that, right? So, yeah, that can be our button scene, right? Okay, so back to Jungle Maze Adventure. So we need to, so these need to be not these buttons, right? These need to be the new button class that we just created, right? So STS2 event button, right? So we'll just duplicate those. Okay, so, and we don't care about the flavor text, right? Like that's not something we care about. Oh, this isn't right. What's going on here? Right, the total, yeah, okay, so the event button, the total height is not right. We didn't set that correctly here, right? Okay, so this needs to be, yeah, 800. And then the margin container, oh no, the text label is what was supposed to be 730. Do we, okay. Event button, okay, so this margin container, this text. So what's going on with this texture here? Is the texture we put in not the correct one? How big is this texture? So this is 785 by 80. Oh, okay. So we need to center this, right? Is there a way we can center this? So do we need a center container here just to... Oh no, the button still, okay. The texture needs to be centered within the button. That's, okay, so yeah, let's, okay, because they're all different sizes, right? Like, because maybe, I don't know if they're actually different sizes in actual Slay the Spire 2 or if it's just my bad image editing, right? But, so yeah, we need to, okay, center them in the, yeah, so ignore texture size, no. So yeah, keep aspect center, yeah, like that. Okay, that should do it. So we'll probably have to change the margins as a result of that. So is it, maybe we need to give it a little more space, right? So, okay, so maybe we'll change it back to 40. And then yeah, lower the length uh, of the margin container to adjust. So 800 minus 80, right? So let's, yeah, so this will be 720, right? No, the margin container is still 800. Yeah, we still need the margin container to be 800. It's just that the, why is this? What's going on here? Is it because we put a margin here? Okay, so this is 800, right? We're not giving it a minimum. And then the margin container, and then okay, why is the margin container? Do we need to? Why is the margin container bigger than the button? Is it because the label's messed up? Okay, so let's make this. Oh, oh, this size is okay. So this is yeah, that's why. Okay, so we had to adjust that, and this will adjust automatically to. Well, not now we'll be able to adjust it. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Okay, so now we fix that, right? So we go back to here. Oh, this is still not showing up right. So it looks right here. Why is it not right? Oh, this needs to be centered, right? Well, no, that's not the problem. So the width of this is, yeah, not correct. This is, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's, okay. And then the Y, I mean, shouldn't this be, okay, so that's set by the designer, right? So we'll just make that there, and then position 800, the position we wanted this, we said we wanted 930, is that, yeah. So we wanted it 930 and then 3 times 164, right? Okay, so something like this, right? So that's more like, yeah, and assuming we don't care about the flavor text, we're only caring about functionality here. Okay, so we've got that going, right? So yeah, we need a new script for this, right? So this will be Jungle Maze Adventure, which is an event room, right? So we'll give it a class name. Okay, and then we'll just copy most of the code from World of Goop, right? Yeah, so we'll just copy everything first and just change that later, right? So we'll go back to here, like this. Okay, so it's not gather gold and leave it like in, World of Goop, right? We're called talking solo quest and join forces, right? Solo quest and then join forces. And then it's not event option button where the class name for these buttons is, what is it? STS2 event button, right? Or, no, it's texture, wait, what's going on here? Uh-oh, we didn't actually put any, okay, event button, right? Just want to call it that. Yeah. Yeah, we still need to copy the code from, yeah, okay. From that into our Slay the Spire 2 event button. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, like that should be fine, right? And then okay, so these will be STS2 event button, right? And then this will be, and then we'll give these names, right? So they don't. So this is join force. Oh no, solo quest is to the top button. Why is, okay? I'm just pressing the wrong button on my keyboard. This is join forces. So we do that. So this will be, whoops, solo quest. And then this will be join forces. Yeah. And then this is not. So we'll need to do the event logic, right? So we're only gaining gold, right? And then so this is the solo quest or join forces, right? Okay. Get rid of this. So this is like the minimum amount you can get is 135. The maximum amount is 165, right? And then for the other button, it's 35 to 65, right? Okay, so we'll do that. Yeah, so then we'll do the rolls when you enter the event, right? Where we roll like kind of what the numbers are, right? So this will be solo quest or solo quest gold rolled. Yeah, something like that, right? And then we do. So we don't do this because we're not losing gold, right? This isn't the World of Goop event. So we're just saying range. So this is, yeah, like this, right? Doing that. And then we'll do the same thing for the other one, right? Let's do that for this one too. Okay, so this will be this. Okay, and then so we'll have to change the, you know, the button text, right? And then what the buttons actually do. Okay, so it won't be this, right? It'll be more like the text we put in the button at design time, just for the heck of it. So if I want to say that, right? So we'll have to construct a string differently because based on the gold rule. But so let's see. So the solo quest, the stupid autocorrect. Okay, so solo quest, right? And then we'll have a line break, right? And then we'll do this thing. And then the 161 will be, interpolated, right? So we need to put some escape sequence here, right? Is that? Or do we just put? We can also just split it up like this, I guess, right? Is that? Yeah, let's just do it this way. It's just simpler, right? And then this will be the solo quest gold rolled. And then, yeah, like that. And then we'll just make... this stupid autocorrect. Okay. So we'll do that. And then the 18, it's always 18, right? It's not some random number. Yeah. So there's no randomness there. And then... Okay, yeah, that's more like it. So then we'll just make a new function called solo quest, right? And then the same thing for the other one, right? So, but the text is different. So if we go into the junk, it's just gain 5 to 65 gold, right? So we still need to put the option title, right? But all right, oops. Okay, so we'll do that here. So this will be join forces, gain, and then, well, whatever, was ruled, right? Because when in the actual event, right, you just see what was ruled. Okay, so like here, gain that much gold, right? And then you don't lose the HP, so we take that part of the string out, like that. There should be a period, right? Yeah. So let's do that. I hate how the editor cuts off those long lines like that. I don't know if there's a way to prevent that. So I'm always having to zoom out like that, right? But yeah. Okay, but moving on. So we do that. All right, so now we did that. And so now we have to actually add those functions there, right? So this will be that. Okay, so here we're not going to be gaining 75, right? We're going to be gaining this amount, right? And then this will be a to-do, like account for our effects, like bowler hat, right? But for right now, we'll just do this, right? And then, so it's not 11, it's 18, right? And then, yeah, like that. Uh-oh, what's this? Solo quest gold rolled. Not declared in the current... Oh. Okay, so we need to move these up, right? Okay, yeah. And then, yeah, like that. And then for this one, right, we just say plus equals. So it's not the world of goop, it's the forces gold rolled. Yeah. Okay, like that. And then we're disabling the buttons. So in case there's some way that you could click both, I guess, right? We don't want that. I don't know if that's actually possible, but we'll have this in there just in case. And then, yeah, so. And then this is kind of when you're going to the deck view or, the map view. So we don't, register mouse clicks that we're not supposed to. All right, so we have that there. So that's our event, right? And then, so this stuff will change at runtime, right? And then, so now we need to make the actual event data, right? So right now we have our event pool being the, this, right? So we'll duplicate that. So this will be, let's say, Aspire 2 event pool, right? And then, so yeah, maybe we need to take out some of these events right now, right? So these are kind of the act events, right? That from original Slay the Spire for Act 1. And then Ancient Writing, that's also Act 1. Oh no, this is Act 2, right? Okay, so Ancient Writing is Act 2. Okay, but yeah, maybe we need to get rid of those old Slay the Spire events from Act 2 anyways, right? So yeah, maybe we just delete all this stuff. Yeah, okay, so I'll just... So in our Slay the Spire 2 event pool, we get rid of Ancient Writing, get rid of Old Beggar, get rid of the Pleading Vagrant. These are our shrine events, right? This is the shared events. Okay, so we'll leave those in there for now because we don't have anything to replace them with yet. How did World of Goop get? Oh, okay, yeah, I just closed the other ones. Okay, so our shrine events are Purifier, Transmagrifier, Upgrade Shrine. We'll leave those in there for now, but we'll get rid of the other stuff. Hold on, how did I? Okay. So yeah, let me just close all this stuff first before I delete these. All right. Yeah, so we're not going to see these original Slay the Spire events. Okay, so now we need to make the... Oh, I should probably put this in a separate folder, right? So, yeah. So I'm putting that there, and then move these in here, right? And then, so I need to create the, the thing, the event room data that says which act it is, right? So yeah, I'll make a resource for that. Event room data. So this will be Jungle Maze adventure.tres. Yeah. And then for now, okay. For now, we're not going to distinguish between overgrowth and underdogs because we don't have underdogs yet, right? We don't even have barely anything of overgrowth. So we'll put this here, and then it can appear in Act 1 overgrowth, right? Oh, well, no, we don't want to. Let's just add it like this, and then, yeah, so Act 1, right? So this will be the only Act 1 non-shrine event, so it would be the only common event we see, right? And then we'll add that to our Slay the Spire 2, the array of events we have, right? So this will be, where did we put it? Oh, why is this underscore? We don't want this underscore in here. Okay, get rid of that. Oh yeah, this should be moved over to this folder also. All right, so this is Slay the Spire 2 event pool. We'll add the, the Jungle Maze adventure in there. I mean, I don't know if events work the same way in Slay the Spire 2 as in Slay the Spire 1, right? But for now, we just assume they do because, yeah, I don't know any better. But basically, the common events, right, are 75% of the time. The rare events are 25% of the time. And then the act events, like that only appear in one particular act, are common events, right? Like, but yeah, and then the shrines are rares. But I don't know if there even are shrines in Slay the Spire 2, right? But yeah, there might not be. Maybe it's just the one-time events. Okay, but in any case, so we've got that there. So we need to swap it out at the start of the run, right? So we don't actually want to keep using the Slay the Spire original event pool, like what little of it I had, right? But so we'll swap that to the Slay the Spire 2 event pool, right? Like that. Okay, so now we should, well, if we roll a common event, we'll see the Jungle Maze adventure, hopefully, right? So let us go down the checklist, make sure we didn't miss anything. So we did move the title to a somewhat reasonable place, I hope, right? We did make the title bold. We did put the left side of the VBox container in a somewhat reasonable place, right? We used a black rectangle for the background. We made this similar to the ancient button, right? So we did that. We put the textures in place, right? So the event button will have the different, textures when you hover or press or what else? So we put these, yeah. Keep aspect. Oh yeah, so we did do the keep aspect center thing, right? And then we did this. No special conditions. Top, yeah. Join forces of 30. So, oh yeah, we should probably make a note of that. So when we're losing health, we do need to in the future account for like things like tungsten rod, right? Or if there's anything else that modifies your health or health loss. For tungsten rod or other similar cases, right? So we'll put that in a note to ourselves there. What else? Yeah, okay. So now we can just test it, right? So hopefully it works correctly, and we'll be where we want to be, right? Let's go in here. So we'll just pick whatever, right? And so let's pick a path that goes to an event. Hopefully we get the common event and not the rare event, which is like a shrine from Slay the Spire 1, right? Let's just go through this, not worry about the damage we take. So, okay, so we do this sort of thing. Okay, so we go here. Oh no, we got a shrine, unfortunately. Well, let's just transform it. Hopefully we get the common event for the next time. So we do need to, add more events to kind of replace the Slay the Spire 1 stuff we have going on, as you can see. Okay, now what happened? No instance. Okay, so this is null. What do we do? Oh, we didn't make these unique names, so we can't actually access them. Okay, so try again. All right, so let's hopefully we get the event and don't crash this time, right? Because okay, this path has a question mark, right? So all right, so we get that. We take uppercut event. We got the shrine again. I mean, is that unlucky or do I have some weird thing going on? Hold on, let's restart. Gain a random relic. Okay, we got anchor. Now we have to go through 2 fights to get to an event. Just pick the uppercut. Go here. All right, so we. Maybe I should cheat some more stuff to help me get through these, fights faster. But whatever. Okay, here. Well, now we got the remove. Yeah, so we're just getting a bit unlucky with, testing our jungle maze adventure, right? All right. Okay, now we got it, right? So this time we didn't crash. I mean, because if we go into our event generating logic, we do have the rare thing and the common events, no, not. Yeah, this is encounter generator, right? So, oh no, not encounter. We need event generator. Sorry. Yeah, I mean the common. Oh, that's why the common encounter chance needs to be 75%, not 25%, right? Okay, that's we do need to fix that. But first of all, let's let's test the event. So that's why we were getting the shrine so often. We just had a bug. All right, so now this is within the expected range, right? So yeah. So this looks fine, right? Let's just make sure it actually does what it does. So if we lose 18 health, we go down to 57, right? And then if we gain 142 gold, we go up to 269, right? So 57, 269 is what we need, right? Uh-oh, the button didn't, so something else is wrong. So we messed something. Oh, is the thing not hooked up correctly? First of all, let's fix this so we don't have so much trouble testing next time, right? All right, so we'll do that. Go here. So what happened? So did we not emit the event properly, or did we not call back? So let's say Spire 2. Is this not hooked up correctly? Let's see. Event button unpressed. Is the unpressed button not hooked? Yeah, the unpressed isn't hooked up, is it? So if I go into the old event button, I think that was specifically hooked up. So if I go into the signals, yeah, go into here. Is that, yeah, okay, so I need to actually hook up the unpressed. Okay, so let's do that real quick. And then we'll go again. Yeah, so we go here, we go into signals, and we actually hook up the pressed event, right, to the, yeah, okay, so now it should be working, right? Okay, so now that, okay. So let's go in there. This time we have the correct chance of getting the common event and not a rare event, right? So because we fixed that also. Okay, so let's go here, right? Hopefully we get it and not do a shrine, right? Okay, jungle maze. No, we got a shop. Okay, yeah, you can get shops from question marks. This is still the old Slay the Spire 1 shop, but whatever. Okay, so let's go here. Yeah, just get through this, and then hopefully we get the jungle maze, right? Okay, do we get it here? No, we got a okay, our RNG is too good, right? Oh, the whetstone didn't even work. So that's also. Oh no, it did work. It upgraded. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, now do we get the jungle maze? Like, yeah, what's going on with our luck? Okay, now we got it, right? So it's 142, 42. Yeah, that's fine, right? So this will, okay, so if we lose 18, we're going down to 50. If we gain 142, we're going up to 170. So this goes up to 50, 170, right? Uh-oh. Oh, no, that's the breakpoint. Okay, let me get rid of those breakpoints because I think we did fix the problem. How do I don't want to press F12 because what's the hotkey for continuing? Oh, it is F12. Okay, so yeah, let's press that. Okay, so we're down to 50 health gain, 170 gold, right? So that finally worked. And then we don't care about the thing where we can go back to the empty screen. Like, I kind of streamlined this screen out of that. I mean, I don't care about that, right? That's just a waste of time. So, okay, so now let's do that again and test the other option to make sure that it's working properly, right? That if we choose the other option where we're not losing health. All right, so this time we have an easier way to test. We just have yeah, path to, okay, so let's go here. All right, so we got a shrine. Well, that's just unlucky, right? Well, lucky if we were actually playing the game, and yeah, but that's not even a Slay the Spire 2 event. We need to replace it. Okay, but this time, we got the common event, right? So got different numbers this time, right? So 43, right? Let's make sure we get 304. Yes, okay. So that's where we want to be right now, right? So we added the first event. So now next time we get a common event, we're going to crash because we still need to fill up our event pool. So next time, right, well, we probably do need to add a couple more events just so we're not just crashing like whenever we can't roll another event because we've used up all our events, right? So in the original Slay the Spire, I had implemented 6 of the act events, right? But in Slay the Spire 2 right now, we've only got Jungle Maze Adventure. But that'll be something we can, start addressing next time. And right now, we did the stuff to get our first event in there, right? So we did the stupid busy work with the, layout of the texture, the VBox container, the, margins and all that stupid stuff. And then the buttons, right? We fixed some bugs. And then we even found out that we were rolling the common events, well, not enough, right? Because we set that way too low in our event generator. Somehow I had put that at 0.25. Like it's like why did I do that, right? That's just silly. So it's supposed to be 75%. But yeah, now we're where we want to be, and then next time maybe we'll add the Aroma of Chaos event, right? And maybe even more than one event, or I mean, these videos are really long, right? Let's just do one event at a time, just to keep these videos short because they're way too long right now. But that's partially my fault because I'm running into bugs, right? But yeah, okay. But yeah, until next time.